Welcome back to the Millionaire Architect Podcast. My name is Matt Ganzak. I am your host. Today we are talking about prioritizing your day and the most important things in terms of prioritizing. Now, I had planned out to do two different episodes, one on prioritizing your day and the other one on focusing on your health. And when I started thinking about it and really started doing my show prep, which, definitely do show prep. I have, tons of notes and whatnot. But I started doing the show prep and I said, wait a second. Health and prioritizing your day to optimize your day, they go hand in hand. I would not be able to do an episode talking about prioritizing and optimizing your day without mentioning health as being a considerable amount of that podcast, right? And then on the other side, I'm thinking, okay, so health as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's, focused on my business, and really I don't do too much more than just focus on business, whether it's, doing family and so forth and spending time with them. But when it comes down to work, I work, right? There's no other deviation. So every single thing that comes together, I was like, all right, we're going to have to do both of these podcast episodes as one episode because health is so extremely important. Over the years, I've been working with thousands of different entrepreneurs. I've probably reached tens of thousands of entrepreneurs and people with startups and people that are starting their business and so forth. And I'll tell you, every single one that was not prioritizing their health and making sure that they're staying healthy and taking supplements and exercising each day and, eating right and doing all those things, every single one of them, their businesses have fallen apart or things about their life have fallen apart. And then like dominoes falling, their business falls apart as well. So your business, every single thing that you do going forward, your family, your business, your wealth, your money, your financial freedom, your travel, every single thing comes down to one crux, and that is your health. If you are unable to focus your health, if you are unable to stay healthy, you are unable to do everything else that you want to do in this world. So your health is probably the most important thing. So what I want to do is talk to you today about why and how I have focused my health to go forward to have such a productive day. First off, I've been taking supplements since 2005, 2004, somewhere in that time frame. I started actually selling supplements and doing things like that back in 2006 and was very successful in that business and selling supplements and whatnot that help with focus, help with energy, and helped with other aspects of, feeling good and so forth. And then that catapulted me into focusing on what I was eating. That moved me into focusing on how I was working out and how I was, exercising. And then as I started becoming an entrepreneur and spending a lot of time at a desk, I started standing up. I started prioritizing my day differently. I started going through and working as I do today. So I want to take you through the steps of an optimal entrepreneur that is a 7-figure, 8-figure operator, right? If you will. The steps that we take in our life is something that you need to blueprint. If you want to create the results in business, you have to create the results in our productivity and the way that we approach our day. So if you want to get up to this level, you have to optimize your day in this way. Absolutely, end of story, no discussion. You have to do this, right? So if you want to be on this level, you have to work on this level, right? I'm not talking about Warren Buffett where he eats McDonald's every single day and eats Dairy Queen for dinner and, does the things that he does and he's not focused on his health, or, all these other entrepreneurs that eat, crap food and whatnot. That's fine for them because they've amassed this huge wealth and this huge whatever, and they can do whatever it is they want. For you and I, we have not amassed this huge empire and we are starting at zero or starting at ground level or starting at, 6 figures a year, right? We can't work like Warren Buffett. We have to work like us. And how we work is high performance, high energy, always being on, always having a focus, and always being moving forward in our business and in our life. So that's who I'm talking about. So you can go and argue all you want and say, oh, Warren Buffett doesn't focus on his health. Donald Trump doesn't focus on his health. All these other people don't focus on their health. But the people who are starting off at the bottom, like you and me, we might, maybe not bottom, but we're definitely not Warren Buffett as we're starting off. So we have to focus on our health, and we have to focus on prioritizing our day. So my day, here's how it goes. So I get up in the morning, and the first thing I do is I take our product line, and I'll talk more about our product line as we go forward. I take GTO7, which is SpecterLabs.com, our Specter Absorption Formula. And what this is doing is it's a powder formula that I mix in water. It's the first thing that I drink every single morning. The reason for that is it's getting my gut and getting these little these little hairs and little fibers that are inside my stomach to start absorbing my nutrients better. Because one of the biggest problems that something like 70% of Americans, adult Americans, have problems with their bowels or have problems with their gut or have problems with digestion, right? And if you're spending your time, not at your computer, but you're doing something else, or if you have a stomach ache, or if you're unable to digest food correctly, it becomes very difficult for you to do what it is you need to do. So for example, if you're not digesting the nutrients correctly, you're not giving your organs and vital organs all the nutrients that you need. And that's why I take that product every single morning, to give myself the vitamins and give the things that I need in order to digest properly, right? And let my body do what it's supposed to be doing, right? Because of the years of, eating fried food or eating stuff that we're not supposed to be eating, it has hurt our stomachs and our gut linings and so forth. So I drink this product every single morning. It's the first thing that I drink. Then my next step is to drink a couple glasses of water. And then from there, I drink our XT01, which is a nootropic product that helps me with focus and mental stamina and energy. There are several different aspects of this product that help with focusing on the brain and helping the brain to focus, give the energy, and give the clarity that I need without all the haziness and whatnot. And without, I used to drink energy drinks, but now I take this product so I don't crash, right? So I have no crashes throughout the day. Then my next step is I fast for the first beginning of the day. I eat my first meal probably about 1 o'clock or so in the afternoon. And the reason for this is food, and I know what the argument is, like breakfast is the best meal of the day. It's actually not really been proven that breakfast is the best meal of the day. The best meal of the day is actually lunch, right? Because it'll give your body time to get your metabolism moving and get your energy moving before you have a meal, right? So you're not going to be, tired and whatnot. See, most people that will eat breakfast, they'll have some sort of bagel or something like that. And what that's actually doing inside of your body is it's actually slowing your body down. So then what do? They counteract it with coffee. Then they're having their first coffee, second coffee by 11 o'clock. They're really not hitting their energy. Then they're thinking about moving into, going out on lunch. And then they eat, something at lunch that drives them down as well. And then 3 o'clock, they have a crash. So they have to have another coffee. Listen, I lived it. I lived it every single day. I lived in New York City. I worked there for 6 years in New York City, and I lived it every day. I had a New York bagel every morning, and I had my coffee, and then I had my midday coffee, and then, I had a crash at 3 o'clock, so I went down and walked around and got another coffee. It was what I lived off of, and my body was not optimized, and my brain was not optimized, and my work was not optimized. I was not working at that full energy. So as I started making this transition to this new step that I have now, which a lot of times I'll also throw in exercise in the morning. I don't exercise every morning, but it's like every other morning I go out and exercise, whether it's running or getting some sort of lifting. I don't lift to build muscle. I just lift for energy and so forth, because it gives your body an energy when you lift in the morning or run in the morning, and then it'll give you energy, natural energy throughout the day. So then I drink water all day long. I drink no soda. I drink nothing like that. I drink water all day long. So as I'm drinking water, I have my first meal at 1, and it's usually just a protein and a salad or something like that, a vegetable and a protein. That's it. And then I'm right back to work. So by working this way, by living this way, by optimizing my day this way, I am able to work up until 6 o'clock when I force myself. I'm not like dreadfully hungry, but I force myself to shut down at 6 o'clock so I can have meal with the family. And that's so important. I leave my laptop off, I leave my phone off, and I try to go shut down and have a meal with the family. Then after that, I'm able to come back and get a couple more things done. So tomorrow, everyone can get the work done that they need to do. So that's my day. In terms of optimizing my day, I spend my time in the morning making sure that all of my staff has what it is that they need to accomplish their job for the day. If they need anything from me, I accomplish that before usually 8 or 9 a.m. So all of that is done before 8 or 9 a.m. Everyone has what it is that they need to do to accomplish what they need to do for the day. Then I can get into my day and into my tasks that need to be accomplished. I spend about 3 hours handling things that I was unable to accomplish, the previous days. Those are my non-negotiables, have to get done. And then I transition into the rest of my to-do list. If I can accomplish more things, then I'll knock them out so I don't have to push them off till tomorrow. But I have non-negotiables that I make sure get done throughout the day. And then I'll have phone calls or whatever later in the afternoon after I finish all my projects. I usually don't take any calls in the morning. I will take calls between 2, 3, and 4, and then that's it. No more calls. I set aside about 2 to 3 hours for calls, and no other time throughout my day is set for calls for clients or calls for staff or whatever that might be. Now, if somebody needs something in order to get their job done, yes, I will give that to them in the morning. However, there is no other time being delegated. Any other time, only time for those calls are in the afternoon. When I started optimizing my day like this, and also another thing, the biggest optimization that I have is that we started using Slack. Slack is a platform where anyone that needs to communicate with me has to communicate through Slack. I do not take text messages. I do not take anything like that. Reason being, that can distract me off the day. I can close Slack and I can focus on what it needs to be done for the day. And I then will open Slack, go through all the things that need to be done, itemize, boom, 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 knock everything out. I can see a summary of everything and all the different companies and all the different things that need to be accomplished. That's why Slack is my only communication tool. I shut down all of the communication, and I can't do email anymore. I get somewhere like 1,000 emails a day or whatever the number is. So I don't do that. My team actually manages my email account, and I have completely focused in several different ways. One, I limit my diet. So my focus is on clean energy where I'm not, having crashes or anything like that. So no pastas, no starches, no breads, no stuff like that that's going to make me fall asleep. I just do proteins and vegetables and energy, right? So that's what gives me energy. I focus on those. 2, I take the supplements. I take XTO1 by Spectre, and I take that every morning. That gives me my clean energy and my focus to get going throughout the day. 3, my third focus is to have my team have all the focus of that I can on what it is that I need to do, and then they take the focus away. So assistants or whatever that needs to be. So Sachi, my wife, takes care of all of the home stuff. So if there's anything that needs to be done around the home, she handles all of that. And then Kurt, actually, my brother, handles everything on the other side. So he manages my calendar. He manages all clients. He manages anything before it gets to me, before it escalates up to me. He manages everything else. And he can probably knock out probably 99.9% of any problem that comes along. He can knock that out. So he runs that side, and then he delegates out to our team and so forth. So I give him tasks, he delegates out to the team. So on the other side, I don't have to train new staff. He trains a new staff. I give him the projects. He manages out those projects. So every single thing has been optimized for my focus in order to get my to-do list done, because I'm the most important person in the company, right? So if there's whatever in your company, perhaps you have an all-star in your company, you have to understand that person needs to optimize their health. They need to optimize what they're eating, their nutrition. They have to optimize how they take supplements and so forth and exercise. And you need to optimize that person to make sure that they are completely optimized throughout the day. So that is it in a nutshell. That is the most important thing in prioritizing and optimizing your day, is focusing on those three things: your health, your overall health, the nutrition, on how you take in nutrition, the supplements, and how you optimize your day to eliminate the distractions. So that's it, guys. Like, I just want to talk about those pieces, because when I started learning that, and listen, I have brought in for startups multiple seven figures. By the year was like 2007, I was bringing in multiple seven figures, right? So at that point in time, that's over, as I'm recording this, over 11 years ago, I was doing multiple seven figures. But at that point, I was an employee making six figures, which was, great. I was making multiple six figures from what I was doing. However, it wasn't until I started my own business that I started learning how to optimize my day. And it was the optimization of the things I'm talking about right here that allows somebody to start earning seven figures. That's the most important thing. Because in the end, yes, there are growth hacks that you can do in terms of marketing. Yes, you could spend some advertising dollars and make a good chunk of money and maybe hit some really nice slipstreams in your funnel that things really start clicking and things start working. Your ads work, your funnels work, people are buying, everyone's happy, you're making hand over fist, everything is fantastic. But there will come a time in your business that those funnels stop working. There will come a time in your life and in your business that you have to be completely optimized. So if the thing is, in order to go from 7 to 8 figures, you have to completely optimize every single thing that I'm talking about here, maybe that's the case. Or perhaps you're the type of person to go from 6 figures to 7 figures, you have to make this optimization in everything in your life. Point being, if you're listening to this, there probably is a pretty good chance that you'll have to optimize parts of your life, which I'm consistently trying to optimize, consistently trying to get better. I don't have everything figured out in the world, but I'll tell you what, these things that I do work for me. So implement these things in your life. You can check out Spectre at spectrelabs.com, and be for sure to connect with me on Instagram, on Facebook. Let's chat it up. Hop into our Facebook group, hop into our different programs. Check out mycredits.io. Check out all the things that we have going on. Absolutely exciting, and I want to see you guys in there. So be sure to check it out. I'll see you there, and thank you guys so much for listening to the Millionaire Architect Podcast. My name is Matt Ganzak, and I appreciate you so much. Be sure to give us a 5-star review, and I will appreciate you until the end of time. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one.
You are listening to the Millionaire Architect Podcast with Matt Ganzak, brought to you by MyCredits. MyCredits. Reward your loyal customers for watching your videos and engaging with your business. Your customers will love you for it.